I feel I'm not living the life I should live. I'm not suicidal, don't get me wrong, not at all. But I just feel I'm not exploring my full potential. I feel that people are winning that I feel I should be ahead of. And it might sound very arrogant, I'm just being real. But I just see a lot of people that haven't done half the work or half the experience younger than I am. Mind you, I'm a millennial, and our generation has have all this, these expertise because we had to go to school, we had to study, we had to get degrees, we had to do all these things because it was asked of us by our parents who forced us to go to school and get degrees and get all these accolades. And eventually you have kids running around half your age or almost half your age, just killing it, like winning, winning, winning. And then you look at your life and you're like, my gosh, I made these goals. I had these dreams of retiring at 50. And then looking back at your life and, you know, don't get me wrong, my life is not bad. I live in a decent house. I drive a decent car. But I've seen my life like for real. My life in my vision, when I look at my vision of what I wanted my life to be, it wasn't this. It wasn't this. And I'm not looking at this as something that is unfair. I'm looking at it at an angle of me not doing enough because I have so much potential. And if you're watching this and still watching this, you probably feel the same. We have so much potential. We have so much to give, so much to teach, so much to give and, give the next generation. But it's like it's just not getting through. And I don't know if it has anything to do with just social media in general. Just that we don't understand how social media works, so we cannot um, like output our expertise. I don't know if that's it, or is it just is it something else? Like these are just the things that keep me up at night. And I wonder these things. Like there's just so much. Like one of my ideas or one of the things that I became great at that I just left or just kind of not gotten the result or gotten everything from it. One of the things is like fashion. I was flipping clothes in and out. I At one point I wanted to sell clothes. That wasn't me. I rather make them and do the creative part, the selling part not so much. And I eventually, long story short, because I like making clothes so much, I went to fashion school and graduated and can make my own fit. And I've said for the longest I'm going to design my wardrobe, like redo my wardrobe. That was 3 summers ago. I didn't do anything. And I have all these skills. Like, you've probably seen this hat. If you watch my videos, I've made this hat. There are just so many things that I can do creatively. Creatively. I don't know why I said it so weird. Creatively. There are just so many things I can do creatively. And it's just not shining through. It's just not, I'm not using my potential. And maybe it's just me. I would love to hear in the comment section if you're feeling the same. But this is just what I woke up with this morning. Like so many things that I can do and am not doing. And I want to get to a point where I am actually living the life that I should live. And right now I'm in the phase of building, becoming. If you watch my videos, you know that 5 years ago I was in a cult for 10 years. That also takes away something. It takes away my confidence somewhat because while all my peers or while everyone in my circle at the age of 21 was out doing their thing, I was like my goal or my dream or my destination was actually to become a professional basketball player, believe it or not. And that was robbed of me because of the cult. So I spent 10 years just in a place where I wasn't allowed to be more than others. I wasn't allowed. Like in that space, we all had to be equal, all had to be the same. If you ever went like up, like for example, I was in a choir where at one point I was teaching the members how to sing. And Not that I'm a great singer or nothing, but that was just what I'm doing. And if I was or somewhat outperforming someone or they were outperforming me, then the higher ups would strip you from that title, or they just wanted you not to be arrogant, what they called it. In which I don't believe in arrogance or non-arrogance. I think we're humans, and if you're good at something, you should try to be the best. I don't believe in not being the best. And that's why for me it feels so burdensome, because I have so many talents, and I just want to be more. Like, I don't want to be less, I want to be more. And yeah, so the cult robbed me of that whole thing, of striving, and every time I try to go up they would cut me down. And it's just one of the things that I think it just left this hole of insecurity in me, and constantly wanting to fill that, the need of not validation. I don't think I want validation externally, but for me it's validation internally. So me being proud of myself, me being happy with what I've become. And at this point, like, it doesn't matter. Like, normal people would see the place I live in or the car I drive in and say, wow, you've made it. But until I feel that I've made it, I haven't. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, I want more. I want a different life. And to give you a sketch, and I've probably said this a million times, I want the life that is on stages, off stages, in planes. However, I don't like flying, but for this, in planes, out of planes, um, meeting people, talking to people, helping people, sharing my stories, helping others to their destination, helping others become, helping others stop overthink. And that is why I'm on this journey. Like, my life should be the proof, right? My life should be the proof of you getting up, doing the thing that you set out. And it could be just something as simple as getting up and making your bed. Like this morning, the past weeks, I've neglected that. I woke up and I just left my bed what it was and decided when I go to sleep, I would probably just take the sheet and the pillows, and it wouldn't matter. But it does. Like, the tiniest things matter. So today I woke up and I made sure I made my bed. Like, I made sure I made my bed, that when I go back to sleep, I have a nice bed to lay in. And it's just that simple thing. And when I did that, I automatically went and shaved, something that I normally don't do in the morning. And I got up and shaved. And after I did that shaving, I decided to come out down and immediately film. And how that goes, to give you an example, maybe you want to get in front of the camera and film. First of all, just hit record. Like, literally just hit record. The only barrier that's there is what we put on ourselves, and that's what you put on yourself. That's the only barrier. Like, my videos get 24 views. Like, nobody's watching, but it doesn't matter as long as I am becoming. And what that means is, as long as I am practicing, putting in my hours, it shouldn't be whether someone is watching or views, because at the end of the day, views do not matter so much. It's who you become in that process. So right now, I'm becoming someone who knows how to articulate my ideas, someone who can communicate my ideas to the camera, someone who could be a bit charismatic in front of the camera, be myself in front of the camera. I am learning how to edit when I'm intentionally not doing it as much. Like, my videos are just very basic, and that's intentional. In the beginning, if you watch my earlier videos, I would try all these cuts and all these different things, but to me it's not authentic. So I want to be the person I am outside of the camera. So if you were with me in real life, I would be the same person that you're seeing on this camera. That's who I want to be. And I think edits, like over editing as they call it, just removes the person from the whole thing. And I don't want that to happen. So long story short, I'm just learning a lot in this process, and it's by taking tiny steps. And what I've started doing last week in the whole theme of becoming and living the life that I want to live and intentionally want to live, I started my wardrobe. So I made my first fit. I'll put it somewhere here. On Instagram, I'm documenting like the whole process, not so much on YouTube. Well, not at all on YouTube, because I don't want the algorithm to pick me up as a person who's doing fashion, and then I have all these people that come for fashion expecting me to do fashion. Like, I don't want to be known as a fashion designer either. I want to express myself, and I can do that through videos. I can do that through clothing. And would I want a fashion deal or a brand deal? Yes, obviously. It would be cool to have that, but not that being the main thing. I think my goal eventually is really standing on stages and speaking about storytelling. That's something that I'm good at. Speaking about my life, speaking about my framework, NICE, NICE, how I can help people become themselves, help people reinvent themselves, help people position themselves. That's what that framework is for. So I would rather be known for that. And then among that, like, my universe also has fashion in it. And I've had this question asked to me so many times: how, if you like so many things, how do you navigate towards, doing all of that? And it's difficult. Like, I'm still trying to figure that out. I really am trying to figure that out, while not neglecting any of the things that I love to do, and not allowing people who are external, so outside of me, dictate the direction that I should make. And some can see it as trying to wing it. I'm just trying. I'm experimenting. Even with this YouTube channel, like, the amount of times I look at the analytics and feel sad. With the amount of times I look at my comment section and feel like, geez, please just drop one comment, like one, even a little comment. Last week I got one comment from someone, and it just lifted me up. Like, it gave me a boost to make like 50 videos. But yeah, it's just a feeling of wanting to be more. To be honest, that feeling, I believe it comes from a place of comparison, which is a poison. Comparing yourself to others, especially in this Instagram era. And even though I say, no, don't compare yourself, I do compare myself, like, for real. I will see someone who, just started an account and they blow up. And then I'm thinking, like, what am I doing wrong? Like, what is there some secret that I don't know? And then I'm reminded of someone that mentioned, when people celebrate, like, celebrate hard. And when you celebrate hard, you will get over is it jealousy? I don't know. It could be. You can get over that feeling of comparison. Um, but the best thing that worked for me, to be honest, like, what really worked for me is not that. It's understanding that I'm on a process of becoming. So who am I becoming after all of this? In 5 years, if I put out a YouTube video every single day, which I'm not right now, but I want to, who will I become in the process? Like, what type of person will I become in the process? And I think that's a better view. But failing, I do feel I am failing, and the reason I feel I'm failing is because it's not satisfying to me. The life I'm living is not satisfying to me, knowing that I can do more and I should be doing more. And it's half that has to do with me actually doing, and I believe half that has to do with kind of luck, being in the right place at the right time, knowing the right people. I feel I don't. So it also has to do with luck. And they say, luck doesn't happen. You create luck for yourself. And I need to start creating luck by just doing, less talking and more walking. And that is what I'm basically doing with these videos. On Instagram, I'm posting series, or learning how to do series, where I break down a piece that I'm making and break down a piece of mindset. I'm just trying to navigate and trying to figure that out as well. But in the season of doing, like, really in the season of doing. And yeah, I do still feel like I'm failing. When I'm making clothes, I tend to watch podcasts, and some podcasts, like I see some people just blowing up and I'm like, why isn't my YouTube channel blowing up? But I still watch the podcast. But one podcast I was watching where I didn't have this feeling, because these are two goats. We had Chris Do on the podcast of Yoon, and Christo said something that was super genius, so intelligent. Well, he was dropping bars. And I've been watching Christo for a minute when he was talking about branding. Then I kind of got off, fell off the train when he started doing entrepreneurship things. But the video yesterday made me just start watching tons of Christo's videos. Like, my gosh, this dude he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, and I'm actually meeting Christo in August. Yes, I will be seeing him in Bosnia, with this community I'm in, and Christo will be there. So it'll be cool, and I'll vlog. I'll definitely vlog. So I'll try to get a question in for the vlog. But yeah, so Christo said something cool. He said there are two types of people, only two types of people. And you've probably heard this before, but he said something so cool. Two types of people: the smart people and stupid people. And at the end of this, you should figure out which one you are. But he said the stupid people, they just do. They just, just start the thing with no idea, no clue, no overthinking. They don't care if it makes or breaks. They just do it. That's the stupid people. Smart people, they theorize, overthink. They get in that, in that theory mindset of literally everything that has to do with thought and no action. Two, stupid and smart. He said what we should do is take the first two letters from stupid, so the first two letters of stupid, ST, and take the last three letters of smart, ART. Put those together and you get START. Just start. That's it. And I feel people like me, and maybe you yourself in the middle, we should just start. Whether we are smart, whether we're stupid, we should just start. Just do it, right? Nike. Just do the thing. Just do the thing. And that is what I keep telling myself. Like, put in the reps. Put in the reps. Don't overthink. I tend to overthink everything, and maybe that overthinking is giving me the mindset that I'm failing, and maybe secretly I'm not failing. Maybe I am winning by doing it every single day. A year from now, you will be on stages. You will publish your second book. This is not going to be a children's book, because you've already done that. You're going to publish your second book, and your second book will be about what you're good at. It will probably be titled Becoming You, or something that has to do with your audience and the feeling that you feel, definitely emotionally. Yeah, you'll be on stages. You'll be traveling to different countries. You'll be giving out autographs. You'll be meeting people waiting in line to talk to you. You'll be on pictures with people. You'll be invited to events. You'll be invited to podcasts. You'll be out of this garage. You won't be living, well, no, you won't be living here. No, you won't be living here. You'll be living in a country that is someplace that you want. You might be living a more humble life. You will definitely miss this office space or studio space. You'll still be doing the things that you love, but you'll be doing it for a larger audience, because you're going to keep at it. You're going to put in the reps. You're going to put in the work, and you will become yourself. You will be proud of where you are then. That's not the end of it. You are still going to have the feeling that you're feeling, because that is your drive to succeed. So congratulations on accomplishing what you've set your mind out to accomplish, but keep going and become a better version of you, the version you want to be, and the version you deserve to be. I will be making videos every single day. I will at some point. And just to become better. I feel once a week for me, it's not enough. I feel when I make videos like this, whether it's 10, 15, 20 minutes, It's emptying my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, and it makes me become better in communicating what I'm feeling. And it feels like therapy. And I don't want to trauma dump, but I know there are people out there that feel like me, and maybe this inspires you to do more, to become more, and seeing someone at the bottom of their journey, so it feels like wanting to be more, wanting to do more. We can inspire each other. I have one ask. It's very basic. It costs you nothing. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit that subscribe button. More than subscribing, I always say, is comment. When you leave a comment, I know what you're feeling, and I can talk about that topic, so that it actually interests you, the person watching. And even if it's something that you feel and you think others don't feel, just put it, write it down, please. And if you want content, like shorter content, if this is too long, go to my Instagram. I'm still building there. I'm still learning the ropes, but everything that I do, eventually I want it to connect, especially on YouTube and on Instagram. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you the next time. Peace.